Hello, today I'm going to show you how to get rid of spyware and malware for free. This is like pop-ups that you get whenever you're surfing the internet, or if you try to search for something and it takes you to a different page, switches your search provider. I'm going to show you the two programs that I use to get rid of these. First one is Malwarebytes. Just go to Google and type in Malwarebytes, and it's malwarebytes.org is the website. And click on the free version, and it will either download now, and if it doesn't, click the green button. So I'm going to download that. And a quick tip, if you accidentally close out of the download bar, you can press Control J and it'll bring up your downloads, or you can get to it from the settings button and then downloads, and it shows Control J. Alright, now that's downloaded, I'm going to click it. It's going to install Malwarebytes. English, that's good. Click next. I accept. You don't actually have to click the circle button there, you can just click over the top of the next button, just as high as it is. That'll save a little bit of time. Next, next. I want to start a folder, so next. Create desktop icon, might as well. Next, and install. And while that's installing, I'm going to go back to Google and type in the second program, which is SuperAntiSpyware, all together. And it's SuperAntiSpyware.com, it's the top one. And you want the free edition, it's the red one. And this one downloads for me automatically. If it doesn't, you can click there. So once it's downloaded all the way, I'm going to click on it. And it's going to want to install. I'll go ahead and finish Malwarebytes. I do not want to enable the free trial, so I'm going to uncheck that. But I do want to launch it, so I'll do that. And then back to SuperAntiSpyware, click Next. I agree. Anyone that uses a computer, the default installation is fine, so it's going to install that. Now back to Malwarebytes. It is updating the database. You want to make sure that you have the latest updates before you run a scan, or else it'll be pointless to run a scan. And once that's updated, up here in the scan tab, you can do a custom scan or threat scan. That's probably the one that you want to do, is the threat scan. And then later on, if you still have problems, you can do a custom and you can scan the entire computer. But we'll let that database update and go check on a super. Okay, check for recent definition database. We want that. System diagnostic to help identify potential harmful software. I'm not going to do that. That's optional. And then click finished. Move this over to the side. I do not want the trial, so I'm going to decline. Both of these have free versions, and the free versions are more than capable of getting rid of spyware. The professional pay versions do more, but the free ones are the ones I use. But they won't do real-time protection or scheduled scanning or automatic updates. But if you only need them whenever you see a problem, then the free version is just fine. So for here, I'll go to scan this computer and leave this checked. It'll scan for frequently unwanted programs. This can be like toolbars that you don't want, or programs that have been reported as being bad or malicious, so leave that checked. And this one's already been updated because we kept that checked to check for the updates, so we'll do complete scan. And right now it's checking for unwanted programs. I didn't have any. So now this one's ready, and it's just going to scan, and it can take anywhere from an hour to even longer depending on how many files you have, so I'll just minimize that. The database on this is updated, so that's good, so I'll click scan now. And now this one's scanning. It'll also check for an update before it scans. So now this one's scanning, and the same thing. It's going to take anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 or 3 hours. It really depends on what you have on your computer and how fast your computer is. But you can just leave these two programs scanning, and then at the end of it, you want to quarantine anything that's bad or delete the files. They also might ask you to restart your computer because some programs will be running, and it can't uninstall a program if it's currently running. So you'll want to let it run at next startup if it prompts you to do that. I don't have any spyware on here, so I can't go through the exact steps. But down here, after your scan's complete, it'll say quarantine or perform these actions, and make sure that it'll say quarantine, which will isolate the bad files so that they're not running anymore. I'm going to cancel these scans because I've just scanned a while back, so I don't have anything bad. And once those are done, you can also go into, this one's Chrome, it's my browser, Chrome, and you can click on the settings button and go to more tools and extensions, you can see if you have anything in here that you don't want to have enabled or installed. I've installed all these and I want them, but if you see something you don't recognize or you don't need, you can click the little trash icon and it'll uninstall them from there. And if you realize that your computer is starting at the wrong page, like something has changed your home page, you can go to Settings, and then on Startup, you can open a new tab page, or you can set the pages. Some programs will put in spyware sites right here, or just sites that you don't want, so you can erase them and put in your own page. You can put in yahoo.com if you want. You can put in as many different tabs as you want to, or if you have all of the tabs open that you want, you can say use current pages, and then whenever you start up Chrome, it'll go there. I just had the new tab page. And that's about it. If you have any questions, you could ask in the comments, and I'll get to them. But those are the two programs, SuperAntiSpyware and Malwarebytes. Those are the two free programs that I use, and they get rid of the spyware so far every time I've used them. And I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you learned a lot. See ya.